All right, welcome everybody to an exciting fight day. Today we've got the Bulls versus the Bears, and this is a 15 day drag out round right here. So we're technically going into round 15, I think. I think we've been 15 days of straight sideways action. We're on a very exciting fight day today. We got the Conor McGregor fight. I will be rushing this stream because I will be going to watch the prelims. I want to go ahead and check out Burb. Hey, how you doing, buddy? That's so funny. So I do want to watch the fights today. I will be watching the fights. So I'm excited to get over and do that. And it's funny because I feel like the Conor McGregor fight and the fight we have between the Bulls and the Bears is very similar right now. We got a very similar fight. Kind of my prediction on the fight is and I look at the Bears as like Khabib. Khabib to me is the Bear. Conor would be the Bull, right? So, and in this situation right here, we have the same thing going on with crypto, right? So the way this is if Conor can take out Khabib in the first two rounds or hurt him, Conor's gonna win, right? Conor's got him, right? It's that simple. Conor catches him within the first two rounds, because we all know Conor's cardio is a little bit on the weak side. So I think if Conor gets him in the first two rounds, it's gonna be a quick fight, and that'll be it, right? And what I don't like about the fight is you got a boxer versus a wrestler, a puncher versus a wrestler, so a brawler versus a wrestler. I don't like that matchup, and it's very similar to what we have here, right? So time is on the Bears' side. Time is on the Bears' side. So if the Bears can get through these next couple rounds, right, the Bears just wear out the Bulls and just eventually drag them to the ground, and then just put them, once they get them on the ground, they just ground and pound them till they're just little pieces of mincemeat, right? And it's no different from what we got going on right here, right? I mean, the Bulls are kind of, they're fighting and they're trying and they're getting weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker, and that's clearly seen by the volume, and that's really what's going on with our volume, is we're watching that volume just kind of die out, and that's what we've got. I got one chart. I do want to pull up this one chart over here. This is my bear volume chart. Where is my bear volume chart? Bear volume, there it is. Okay, so that's kind of sorry, hold on. There you go. So that's kind of what I'm waiting to happen on right here. I'm just really waiting for this bearish volume. I'll get going. So I really haven't. I've been waiting for the volume. The volume is the key right now, right? The volume is the key for the Bulls to pull this out. Now, when you get a lot of bearish volume, and you're at such a low level of volume right now, it's kind of a dangerous side for both the Bulls and the Bears in this situation, right? Because just a little bit of volume can appear, and it's to be, the second coming, baby Bull Jesus was born. And yes, today we will have our baby Bull Jesus giveaway. We're going to go take a look at the memes. We're going to let everybody vote on them. And there were some absolutely hilarious ones. We're going to have some winners today for the bear package. 2 bear packages for those baby Bull Jesus memes, which were absolutely hilarious. So here's what we've got right now. We've basically got a situation to where this is the weekly chart, and the volume on the weekly chart, seriously, the volume on the weekly chart can't get any lower. Like an ant can't run under this volume, right? It's not possible for an ant to run under this volume bar, because there's just no room underneath this volume bar for anybody to do anything. All right, so we want to make sure that we're keeping a really solid eye, because we've had a lot of bearish continuation volume here, just horrific volume. And this is our weekly chart, right? And this weekly chart is just showing a lot of downside here as we've moved down. Now, if you look back, this is possibly where we're looking with the second coming of baby Bull Jesus. So this is where baby Bull Jesus would have been born right here. But let me tell you what I don't like about this, right? I don't like that if you go back, you really go back in time here, and you look at where the last bear market was, you can kind of track down here where you had some really low volume plays. Like, look at this. Can you even see this candle on my chart? I mean, Jesus, look at this. Look, it's so teeny tiny. It's so cute, right? And then, boom, you got this nice big, it's it. The bear market is over. And then, no, it just, more crushing. and the bear market continued on, and you just had, more death and destruction, right? This, yay, it's all over, and then bam, and then, oh, no, bam, and then the last one. And then this is really kind of where Baby Bull Jesus was born, right? And this is why we made our memes. This is where Baby Bull Jesus was born, and then we had this beautiful, beautiful arcing trend up to the moon. And everybody made Lambos and moved out of their mom's basement, and now they're probably living back with their mom again, driving a Toyota Tercel, and probably hurting, in fact. Hopefully they've got enough money left that that job at McDonald's is really getting them through that next level till the bull market can take over. But, right now, one of the key things I'm watching, it's just so critical to watch this volume. This volume is very telling here of the trend that we're in. And it's hard for me to look at this possible Baby Bull Jesus rebirth right here as the second coming, simply because our volume has died out so hard. I really would have expected for this to have a much. I would have at least tickle me and it just kind of slowly do some of this, right? I mean, give me some sideways action for gosh sakes, right? This is not pretty here, because this is such a humbling drop. And to me, this is massive, massive bearish divergence on the weekly chart, right? This is insane, massive bearish divergence. So we are about to put in the lowest bearish candle since way back here. You got to go back to right there, April 24th. Or you got to go back to April 24th to find this bearish volume. You got to go back to January of 2017 in order to find this low of a volume bar candle. So right now, people are just frozen, right? People are just frozen in time right now. They're frozen. Everybody's afraid to trade. Bulls are afraid to trade. Bears are afraid to trade. Bulls are afraid to trade because they just don't believe that they can, that, they're going to get up and test for a third time that 6,800, 7,000 range, and then just get crushed again, just like everybody in XRP just got crushed, right? And well, on the Bears side, the Bears are afraid that, hey, we're going to just go right down and we're going to be short and get down there at that 6,000 range, and we're all going to have loaded up big time shorts. And we're all going to get wrecked again, right? And everybody's just afraid right now to make the move. And that's the issue, right? And one of the talks we had about today was, Bitcoin is technically not fiat until it's fiat, right? So if Bitcoin, while it's sitting in Bitcoin, you're still in a transitory, trading environment. You're still trading Bitcoin as long as you're sitting in Bitcoin. Bitcoin never truly becomes cash till you pull it off the table, and that goes very simply for the all the taxing agencies all over the world. As long as you're continually trading and you're trading and trading, you don't really have to pay taxes on that until you do pull it out of your trading account, or you do take those profits. It then becomes capital gains tax, and then at that point, that's when the tax man comes calling. He's knocking on your door. He wants his cut. So a lot of people, all the exchanges, all the whales, all those guys, they're sitting in large piles of BTC right now. And that BTC, at one point, I feel someone is going to have to start taking some money off the table, right? They're going to have to say, okay, let's start pulling that money off the table. Let's start making some cash and some profits. And I'm not talking, the little over-the-counter trading that's going on is minimal, really. It's very minimal. I'm talking about, you got like Phoenix and Binance and those guys sitting on 500,000 or 200,000 BTC, right? And when is somebody going to finally pull the trigger and say, okay, let's take some profits right here. Let's pull 50 million, $100 million off the table, throw it in our bank account. Who wants to buy a yacht? Let's go buy some hookers in Russia and that kind of stuff, right? And Russia's probably not a good example. That's where you end up in prison when you get rich. So, but for us, just looking at this bearish volume on the weekly is definitely bearish, right? Is definitely bearish. And the other thing with OTC markets, you guys got to remember with OTC markets, there's a sucker born every minute, right? This is sucker born every minute. It wasn't that long ago that Bitcoin was going to the moon, right? How long ago were we all buying Bitcoin at $300, right? We were buying Bitcoin. I mean, BitConnect, right? BitConnect going to the moon. Amazing. All right, let's take a look at our volume on a 3-day. Once again, just absolutely declining volume. While the price action has continued to rise, it's got to make you say, yeah, not looking so good, right? Same thing on our 2-day chart and the daily chart, right? It just seems like a perpetual motion as we've gone down. And let's take a look at our daily volume here. Let's see where we're at. We just finished out a daily, right? We're here. Yeah, all right. We're here. We're here. We've done it. So we just posted up a daily candle, right? This is our daily candle right here. It's this red one. There it is. This is the volume bar we posted up. Now, we should have posted up the same damn volume bar yesterday with BTC, but we had this really, let's just call it a very shady 1 hour before the 1 hour. Now, we knew it was coming because we saw it happening. We knew it was going to happen in the members area as soon as that 12 on the 12-hour chart. We'll get into that, but we knew that this green diller was coming. But now we posted up an insanely bearish candle, right? Now look at how far we got to go back to find a daily candle. Taking a walk. I'm just going out for a nice walk. Holy, but Jesus. Right, there it is. Let's call that right there. April 2017, April 16, 2017. Okay, kind of the beginning of the bull market, right? Look at this. This is very bullish. Look at all this. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous right here. Look at this. Just kept going. Even with this low volume, look, the low volume just died out. And the price just marched on like a champ, right? Just gorgeous. And we're all the way down there. We have now just put in one of the most abysmal volume candles for almost for a year. For a year, right? I mean, over a year. So, yeah, what is our total trading range today? Our total trading range, I think, was a whopping $61. So I hope everybody made out like an absolute bandit today, swing trading. Right? Because there was no money to be made at all. It was just a horrific day. So let's go in and we're just going to take a quick look at what the candle's set up today. Now, when I look at this candle, I see a spinning top candle, right? At the top of a trend. This is a large spinning top candle. This is, to me, says the trend reversal is coming and or is imminent. Very similar to this candle. Not so much to this candle, but for sure to this candle right here. And now we did have a fallout. So we did just post on this daily candle right here. We just posted an inside bearish candle. Now this is an engulfing candle. And to me, this looks like an inside bar or a bearish, kind of a bearish Harami-ish kind of a candle. 2-day. Nope, still marching on that 2-day candle. Just started a brand new 3-day candle. Now, let's look at this 3-day candle. Inverted hammer candle. Okay, so this to me, this is a bullish candle right here, right? This is a bullish candle. Okay, this is definitely a bullish candle here that just started a brand new candle. Now, I also can look at this as a pin bar candle. So I would look at this as a pin bar candle. Now, this could be a fakie. This could be an inside bar fakie, right? Let me bring this up for everybody and show you exactly what this looks like. Where's my cheat sheets? There we go. And let me grab this. And come here. All right. And there you go. So this kind of, now you're playing this 3-day. You're playing this higher time frame here, right? Inside bar candle, right? Bearish, right? Engulfing candle. Okay, let me pull that up just so everybody can take a look at that. Give me a second. right? Okay, so there you go. See, this is a bearish harami or an inside bar candle. This is engulfing, right? It fell out of here. You then posted up this pin bar, bearish fakie with a pin bar. This is what this setup looks like right here, right? This is a bearish fakie with a pin bar candle. And this is what this setup looks like it's possibly setting up to play out as, right? So that to me is once again really cruddy trading area, right? I mean, that's just, you just can't win on these kind of patterns that play out, right? But this is very bearish pattern right there. I don't like that at all. Oh, yeah, let's get down. Ah, the fakie. Always the fakie. Seriously, all this whole range we've been trading in right here is just the giant. This should just be called the giant fakie range, right? This is all this is. It's just the big fakie range. Volume dropping, price going up, big fakie. 2 days candle. Let's take a look at our 2 days. Still marching along inside this bearish, inside the bearish continuum. Now here's your weekly. Same thing, right? This is our weekly candle, right? And I like to play these higher time frames. And it's hard not to come over and look at this and this and this. And then you look at this and then you look back over here and then you look over here again. Then you look back to here and you say, yeah, that's fucking bearish, right? That's bearish. That's clearly a bearish harami. That's clearly an bearish inside bar candle. Like, and what we're posting up is another. We're just doing, this looks like a rising wedge to me. We're just pumping up this rising wedge here, right? And the bears, in order for the bulls to pull out of this, the bulls have got to break over 68.43 to just get out of this ugliness right here, because this is about to possibly post up another bearish candle this week. And even posting up this hanging man, this is going to post up a hanging man candle inside of this. Right? Now this, you know, you're not at the bottom of a trend. You're not at the top of a trend, but this is still a bearish candle trapped inside of this bearish combo pattern on the weekly play with descending volume. Right? Our volume is clearly falling out here. So we've got this declining volume with a bearish candle combo set up on it. As we move forward into this next day, we've got what, 24, some not even 24, we got 24 hours left for this candle to play out. Let's see how this plays out over the next 24 hours. I am looking, right? And I am looking, and let me go over here and okay, here we go. So we're going to pull up this chart. Here is the two real charts that we're playing, right? We're playing these two charts. This is our bubble chart, our RSI bubble chart. One thing that we did point out to everybody in our member stream we just had is, look, we've continually been getting lower highs with our RSI. 1, 2, 3 lower highs with our RSI. Standing underneath, we're right underneath the long trade line. Once again, this is just playing with the Vamp's emotions. This is so not fun. I swear to God, Bitcoin has gone completely bipolar in the last 14 days. I think it's like we're either in Bitcoin menopause, or like the Bitcoin's having its period, or there's something going on that's just not quite balanced with Bitcoin. We're in a bipolar situation here. It can't make up its mind. Do I want to go long? Do I want to go short? Do I want to, do I want to eat? I want to eat a bunch of chocolate. I want to eat a bucket of ice cream. I want to go to the gym. It just can't make its mind up. Do you want to be a fat kid or a skinny kid? It's just in this trap. Meanwhile, a horrific trading area. Absolutely horrific trading area. Now, here's how we called the pump over in the members area. We said it was too easy. We called this pump too easy in the members area. We just did a big, long thing in the members area on how this is possibly going to play out right here, okay? So every time you come down, I'll go through this as quickly as I possibly can for everybody. So every time you've played out this pattern where you've got this little double touch on your 12-hour MACD with your indicator, right? You see you've done this, you get a little fallout. Now, here, take a look at this. You pumped back up, right? You pumped back up. I was waiting for that pump. I knew we were going to get that green diller candle, because every single time you come over and your MACD breaks through your indicator line, look at beautiful right here, punch through it, beautiful little, you get these nice little beautiful candles. You get these nice little pumpy candles, right, every time. So we're just sitting here waiting. I called it almost to the dime. I said a 100 to 200 point pump. Boom, it happened. Now, the issue is you get these retraces after it, right? Here's a retrace. You get a pretty healthy retrace. And I'm calling this a bearish bullish pump continuum, right? Because this is not a bullish continuation pattern. This is a bearish continuation pattern that's happening here, right? This is a very bearish continuation pattern, you can see. And this is played out. Now, the bullish version of it is right here. Here's your more bullish version of it, right? Your bullish version of it is you come down, you test twice, you dump, and then you start your moon up, right? Now, when we broke through here, we had a much more vigorous candle, right? We had a much more vigorous candle. This candle broke through nice and sweet, and we were able to have this continuation pattern to where this remained bullish all the way up to the 8,500. Now, if you remember back, this is where we had this 550 million tether get pumped in. This is where the short squeeze occurred back here on the 10K. This is where I feel we're just being slowly spoon-fed tether and or whatever else they're spoon-feeding us to hold the market up. And you can see that the market is being held up because the volume has died, but the market is still being held into place. We are being propped up. We're a four-legged table with two legs left. Two legs, okay? We're just waiting for someone to kick that last leg out. We got two legs. We can still run a little bit, but we're not going to be able to run far. All right, so I am looking. We got the pump up here. Very questionable pump, okay? We're making more of this like duck lips motion right here, right? See how we're making this duck lip motion? So if you look over here, you got to be careful. You make that duck lips motion, and this thing starts to get ugly, right? Get real ugly. Now, do I think we're going to completely crash down into oblivion right here? I don't. I do not think we're going to crash into oblivion. I think we're too close to the midline right here, right? I don't think we're going to crash to oblivion just yet, okay? I think that we're going to test. We're going to come down here. We're going to test. We're going to test this daily 30 MA. I think we're going to come down here. We're going to test the daily 30 MA. We're going to definitely get a little, I think we're going to come down here. We're going to test the 30 MA, see if we can break through this baby. See if we can, if the bears can pull this down. But right now, this is just weakness in the market right here, okay? So I'm looking for one more possible test lower, and that's what this says, right? This says you go up with the green Diller candle, you then retrace, you then pump again, you then dump again. And that's kind of how this J-hook pattern works. So I'm still not convinced we've fully retraced here. I want to see a little more retracement on this. And this right here kind of shows you. Here's our VPVR, VPVR indicator on the side. You can see this yellow band is the defense line. Right, this yellow channel right here is where all the money is poured in to hold us above. You see this red line right here? This is my kryptonite zone. Anybody who's been following me for these last months know that I have a kryptonite zone. It's at 6450, and it's just the bears just cannot stay under that damn line. And you can draw this line on your chart, 6450, pull it across, and look at all of the confluence that runs all the way along. Look at all the wicks that all come into contact here, all the way across, just bang, 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 all the way down, right? You look at here, bang, nope, just kidding, bang, nope, just kidding. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, all on the 6450-ish line, and all of them got rejected, right? So I would like to see one more test. I think we're going to come down. We're going to test this baby one more time, and then if it breaks, it breaks. If it breaks, it breaks. But I think we're going to come down. I think this is going to be our, so if you go back to our MACD chart, this is going to be our retrace. Our retrace is going to be in this area. Then we're going to get a pump, right? And then we're going to get a pump. Then we're going to get the dump. So this is still what I'm looking for. Now, the pump can come back up here, and you're going to test this wedge, and all you got to do is just go over, take this point, and this point, and there you go. You know, there's you can now, depending on how sideways this thing starts moving, you're going to come back, you're going to test this wedge, and or you're going to come back and you're going to test the 200 MA. You're going to come back up here. You're going to test all these top out wicks right here. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of potential areas right here that you're going to come back up, but I think you're not going to get higher than your 200 MA, 67.78, and then you're going to fall out to our final. Now, this would be my top line if some magical fairy elf came and gave us the ETFs. I even think the back thing is got some potential. I also think that if Tether fails, right? I feel that if Tether fails, we will get a pump. We'll get a big pump in the market. It'll be people bailing out of Tether and into BTC, and that'll drive a big BTC wick up, and we'll get a nice big fat BTC wick. Right, and that's so there is a possibility to get up here, but those possibilities are really based on something traumatic happening, something spectacular happening, because with this volume right here, there's just not enough. You need a lot of volume to get up and break this area right here. So I still think a little bit lower test, staying in this range for a couple days, playing with our emotions, just wrecking all of us. Sounds like a good time, right? Had by all. Going over to my ADX chart, okay? My ADX chart on the daily is in the danger zone. This is our histogram line. Our histogram line has not turned pink yet, right? The second this turns pink, there will be a warning sent out by the Vamp through the Twitterverse. It'll say, oh crap, the histogram line, pink alert, run and hide, get into a foxhole, right? Because this is going to either be insanely bullish and or insanely bearish, right? And nothing better than you want to look at any of your indicators and see this uncertain line followed by completely parallel line on your daily with your ADX chart. This is your bearish ADX, this is your bullish ADX line. They're both completely running in a parallel channel right now. Just makes you want to put your head in your hands and say, God, not again. Somebody save me. Ugh, it's killing me. This sideways action is killing me, right? And when you're in this sideways action, this is just waiting to explode, and we're going to show you where this explosion is going to come from. Right. Here's kind of my, all right. So once again, here's our historical volatility chart. And anybody who tells you that we have made a directional market change, you just reach out through Twitter, you slap the living shit out of them, okay, and say you don't know what you're talking about until the historical volatility chart tells me where the hell, what happened. I don't believe you, okay? So here's your historical volatility chart. This thing shows you when you get these big snapping motions with the historical volatility chart. It says, hey, you just went bearish. Hey, you just went bullish. I mean, it's completely black and white. Well, in this case, it's black and orange, but you get the point, right? So with this historical volatility chart, this thing does call out, yes, you've had a swing. You've had a change in momentum. Clearly a change in momentum, and it shows it with the volatility index right here. You get these big, massive swings. And oh, goody, look what we've got over here. We've got this is honestly, this is like going to Bill Cosby's house and expecting to have a good time and remember it in the morning, okay? Nothing good is going to become of this, right? Nothing good is going to Bill Cosby's house at 2 o'clock in the morning and thinking something good is going to come out of this. At least that you remember. I'm not saying it wasn't good for Bill, right? But here you have a situation where look at this. Where have we done this before? Where have we done this before? It's just we haven't traded in this small little baby range right here. In this this is just horrific, right? We just haven't done this, right? We did it up here at the top of the trend for a few minutes, but then this, this kind of just, and then it just said, nope, only kidding, went bearish, right? So here we're waiting for an explosion. And remember, the bearish and or bullish explosion can happen in either direction. We're just at a critical point. When you get to the top, when you get to the bottom, is when a decision is about to be made. And we're at that decision point. Look at how low we are. We're all the way down here. Look at this. You go back. Look at this. Nope, nothing. Nothing, right? You got to go way back to find those decision points. Right, there you go. This decision point said, yep, we're bullish. Right? Ended out this turtle. These things make like these turtle shells. It makes like a turtle shell. Right? And then this turtle shell ended and it said, yep, all right, we're bullish. And you made this massive bullish turtle shell right here. Okay, this massive bullish turtle shell. And to me, this chart is very scary because it says one of two things. This chart tells me that we have not finished the bearish market, right? Or, are you ready? We have not started the bear market. Okay? How about that? Think about that for a second. This chart tells us that we may not have started the real bear market. All right? We may not have started the true bear market yet. So, fingers crossed, that's not the what's going to happen here, right? But I truly feel we're looking at some kind of a pattern just like this, right? This is our pattern. You know, come back up here, test one more time. If this holds for the bears, this will be your swooping pattern down. And we will make up our mind of what's going to happen to crypto in this range down here, right? This is it. You're going to go up and you're going to go down. But watch this line. This line is going to explode, right? Very easy indicator. There it is, HV on your chart. You see it right there, HV. And if you go up, here's the indicator right here. It's, of course, it's not on here. Let's say it. Where's it at? Historical volatility. Where is that damn thing? I thought I had it saved. HV. There it is. Historical volatility. There it is. Add it to your faves. This will tell you. Listen, this is a great indicator. This is going to say if this thing pops bullish and you see this line march to the sky, you're going to say, whew, dodged a ugly bear bullet, right? Dodged an ugly bear bullet. Now, it's got to, it needs to be a legitimate break. Like you need to get way back up here in the 42 range, right? You need to get way up here. This is your target range. To make this a legitimate range, you got to come up in here, right? And this would be a bear or bull break confirmation, right? This is where you got to get. You can't just do this little, I'm going to peedly around in this little area down here. No, you need a substantial break. You need something that's going to be like, all right, yep, okay. That was a bullish or bearish break. And we need to see that to the top side. And that's how we'll know. It'll be a great indicator for us to say, hey, you know what? This is it. The bulls have taken control. And the bulls are going to march this baby past the 7,400 goalpost. This is it. This is the goalpost that we're all keeping our eye on right now. This is the win or lose, right? This is it, man. All we need to do is break over this. And we will have successfully have gotten out of a long bearish trend, okay? And then I feel we can really start into getting into looking into the future, like pulling us out of this, by the end of the year, getting us up to that 9K range, right? But this is step one, and step one is going to be clearly shown by the historical volatility chart, right? So you can't just weasel your way up here and this thing stays putted down here. It shows that the market has not changed, right? This thing can't just play in this range and we'll slowly creep up here, and then you can't have this kumbaya moment where you think we've broken through when we really haven't. All right, so the historical volatility chart will tell you when the trend changes occur. That's why you need to use it. That's how you use it. Coming over here, taking a look at our daily Ichi chart. Under the cloud on the daily, we've got a nice support line above us with the Kaijun resistance line with the Kaijun above us. You do have the 20 MA, so you are in a squeeze here. Look at, you're just kind of flatlined on your Tenkan line. Your Stoke not really helping you. You are a little bit on the high side. It is trying to cross bullish. Still, it's until we make a decisive move here. We just haven't made up enough ground on this one-way direction, one way or another, to make up a bullish or bearish synopsis until we do a pretty solid break, right? And that break, you can find that. It's very simple. You just come over here. You need the bulls. The bulls got to break over. This first thing they got to do is break over the 57 and close over 57 RSI. That's step one. To be bullish. Step two, to be bearish, is the bears really got to break out on this downside. We're trapped in here. It's miserable trading, just horrible trading. So yeah, not a lot. I don't see any crosses that are coming and or going here, so it doesn't really help me with the Ichi chart right now. We did have a Kumo twist that's over here. Now this is a bearish Kumo twist that happened on the 12-hour chart. But look, we're up right below the cloud. So on the 12-hour, once again, very muddy, not a lot of help. So here is the chart that I feel is going to be the one to keep an eye on. This is pretty much the tightest that look at this. Look at that. This is the tightest that this thing has gotten in forever. Right? All the way back. I mean, look at this. Like there you were, this is tight like a tiger right here, right? And this is a little okay, but look at this. Look at how teeny tiny this is. Right? And to me, this says this says finally, thank God we're going to have some volatility. Right? I mean, God, I don't care up or down. Just freaking do something. Just do something. Right? That's all I care about. Just make a move. Do something. Right? Break bearish, break bullish. I don't care. Just do something so I can make some damn money, because I'm not making any money trading right now. This sucks. Right? Right? Gunner says zoom all the way out, giant bull flag. Yeah, hey, listen. I agree. It's a giant bull flag, but that giant bull flag also hasn't found the bottom yet. And I would like to find the bottom. So, where that goes. Shorts and longs chart, no help. Nobody's in danger of being a short squeeze. If someone says we're going to have a short squeeze, once again, reach through Twitter, take your hand, pimp slap them, hit the unfollow button as quickly as possible, because there is definitely no short squeeze. There's no long squeeze. There's no squeezing going on at all, right? This is like a marriage right here. These guys, this is like a marriage. This is what happens after you get married. Very little squeezing occurs. Very little squeezing. Birthdays, maybe if you're lucky on Christmas, right? But not a lot of squeezing going on. Now we do have a bearish count on our TD count, right? So this 1 and 3 is kind of a bearish count that does play out on the 12-hour. So we do get a bearish count on this 12-hour here. So if you take a look in here, you get the 1, the 3, and then it soon falls out. 1, 3 falls out. 1, 3. Now, this is a little bit on the bearish side, but look, you got the 1, you got the 3 kicked back up. Now, I like to post up a red 6. If this pumps up a red 6 right here, this is going to be a very bearish day if this pumps out to be a red 6. Okay, so you've got a full 12 hours here to see what kind of red candle we put in. All right, you put in a green 6, you're gonna have a little bit of a bearish pump right here. You're looking for this final bearish pump. But look, 1, 3, 5, 6. Look at this. 1, 3. There's your 6. If you put in a green 6, we're gonna be looking for a little more topside, then a dump. Right? 1, 3. You're putting in this 6. Now, if this 6 turns red, right here, this is gonna turn very bearish on us. Even if it's still got a hold, right? The 6 has got a hold, and if this does dump out, it'll possibly just flip itself into a red 1. Okay, but you come back here and you really look. 1, 3, red 6. 1, 3, red 6 died, right? So it's going to be tough to post up a red 6. I don't even think it's going to be possible to post up a red 6 here. It's going to be really, really hard, because look, there's no room to make a red 6 here. So this is only going to put up This is either going to put up a green 6, right? It's either going to put up a green 6 and or you're going to put up a red 1, okay? So you really don't have a lot of choices here, all right? Let's look at the larger time frames. Here's our monthly. Our monthly stochastic has completely separated. It has gone into the bearish mode. Our MACD is as far away as it's ever been. We do have a look. Take a look. We're just trying to hold kind of flatlined on our monthly RSI into a rising wedge. Look at the candle we're pumping up here on the monthly. We got a long way to go in this month, though, people. Long way to go in this month. But so far, there's the candle we're pumping up in this monthly. It doesn't really help us. Looks like a rising wedge to me. If anything, this just looks like a rising wedge on the monthly. We come over to our weekly. Here's our big channel. This is our RSI channel chart. Nothing has changed. Oops, sorry. Nothing has changed on our RSI channel chart. Nothing has changed. If anything, this came up, got rejected. This came up, got rejected. Those are both bearish. Here's your weekly candle, posting up that, trying to post out that that hanging man candle. Looking at our moving averages, right? Looking at all of our MAs, nothing helps us here on the day on 12-hour. Nothing on the daily. You've just got your top side up here with your 50 MA, right? You got all this resistance up here at 6,700, right? 12-hour nothing, 6-hour nothing. So when your moving averages get spread out like this is when you're susceptible to the falls. And look, there's nothing to hold us. There's very little above us, right? So this means that your price action is way easier to go up right now than it is to go down, because going down is a lot harder. You have to rip through all of these moving averages, right? And they're all pretty much on the bottom side. I mean, look at this. They're just this. They got it's clearly a prostate check on this candle right here. By you've got 2 MAs just poked right up into it. It looks like our 20 MA and the 7 MA are just giving it a good colon check. And we're going to see if they can just continue to hold that up. On the downside, nothing helps us there. No bull or bear crosses. No bull or bear crosses. Really just nothing going on with the moving averages. You can't really make any good calls other than this one right here, just with this little colon poke trying to just push it up through. Same thing here. So here's my supports and resistances. I gone through. I looked at historical supports and resistances. There you go. You've got 57, 18. You've got the down in the bottom of this channel right here that would be tested 6,500. You've got the vamp line. I feel if we do fall out right here, we're going to come down here, test the vamp line, test this trend line right here, and then I still feel this will hold and give us a bounce out. Right, on the top side, limited range. Look, historical resistance here, 65.97. Yes, you can come up, poke this 100, maybe do a little bit of a tickle, then you're going to fall out. 2-day chart, very interesting 2-day chart. So our 2-day chart shows that we are breaking bearish on our RSI right here, right? We are also trying to post up a bearish candle. If you look here, you've got a lot. Oh, this shows where all your fibs are, all your fib lines, and this just says there's a lot of resistance right above us. We're inside this channel here, so we're inside of this channel, and I want to bring this back. This RSI chart is super important. Here's our 12-hour RSI chart. Like, here is our historic. This is 61 some days ago, right? Look at this thing. There's the tippy, there's the toppy, there's the tippy. And we just can't break out of this. Can't break out of this big channel, right? And, now we're trapped into a second channel, right? Look, touch, and pull through, touch. Like, we just can't break through this. And can I pull it up a little bit? Yeah, look at that. There you go. So touch. So, you're into this second channel line here, right? And it just continues to get worse as you continue to make more and more correlations with the RSI. Let's see if we can pull this one. Not really. That one really doesn't work that well. I don't like that one. Okay. But, you know, you're looking, defend it there, defend it there. Is this going to defend here? You haven't broken bullish and nor bearish. You just continue to put in lower highs. That's all you do. You're just continuing to put in lower highs, right? And this is all still just needs volume. Here you go. Very simple. You break 74.50. You break 67.51. We're in the worst trading area ever, right? Just the ever. You guys, this is horrible. Stop trade. Doggy broke support. Doggy was in a symmetrical triangle, broke support. Listen, I always say Doggy leads the way for BTC, and you guys got to watch this. Doggy is definitely making a charge to the downside. All right, Doggy usually calls BTC. You are in this beautiful symmetrical triangle. You punched out. Now you're breaking lower in this symmetrical triangle. Let's keep an eye on this because this does usually lead BTC in the charge. EOS trade still trapped. No decisions have been made. You're in your orange undecision zone. Same thing over here. Now you did put in this beautiful 6-hour, almost double tweezer candle, right? Which is very bullish. 12-hour, you put in this very bullish candle right here. Gorgeous, gorgeous candle. Right, this is a beautiful reversal candle. Let's see if this can hold. I am in an ETH short trade still, and I'm looking. It's got to come out, break over 57, 22751 or 228. You got to come up here. You got to show me. You got to make me this. Show me that this is really going to happen. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of move this trend line out just a little bit right there, right, and say you got to break over. And there's your breakover line. 228 right there. So you're just trapped. You're still in this really horrible trading area with ETH. Right now, I did call a great short. I called 222 at the bottom. Go back to the members area. The members will show you. BTC did break out of the wedge. Did get a nice poster reversal candle, but I said don't short this until you break this area right here. Oops. So I wouldn't be shorting BTC till I had, or longing BCH until I did have a confirmation. I want to break below the vamp fib. You need to get below the vamp fib over there before you can break that down. IOTA, same thing. In this big channel with IOTA, came down. Look, you came down. You had previously popped off this right here. You came down. You touched this. Oops, you came down and touched this right here. And you bounced off it, so nice little bullish bounce by IOTA. But you got where do you have to go in here to adjust this trend line? Do you have to do this right there? And then you got to see if IOTA can break out of this. You're trapped. I just feel IOTA is going to follow Bitcoin. Now here's the funny thing: you broke bearish on your stochastic. This is a new bear break on the stochastic. Right? You are breaking semi-bearish on your ADX chart, right? But the price is still kind of holding in the wedge right there. The RSI is kind of trying to hold in the wedge. You break this dark blue wedge and you clearly break bearish, right? So you got to just keep an eye on this. This is really easy to play if you are playing IOTA. We had one of the admins and one of the other groups I'm helping out. He said, "Hey, what do you think of this?" I said, careful. This is broke, just broke bearish. This has got a long way to go. If that broke bearish, you're going to fall off the bottom of that wedge. XRP. And we would just like to take a moment of silence for the victims of XRP who have all given up their great hard-earned money and won't be seeing that again. Moment of silence done. There you go. And that was ugly. Jesus Lord. Called that thing yich, whoosh, yach. Now, I still want to see a bounce. I'm calling it a bounce. I'm calling a bounce here. I don't know how high my bounce will go, but I am calling this to come down and test, and it could come down just to here and test, but I am calling a bounce. I still think this is going to bounce in here, so Vamp's going to type in Vamp is looking for a bounce. So I am looking for a bounce. I would like to see a bounce either off the 618 right here, off this 30 MA, or something. I would like to see this come down and get a little bounce off of this, right? I don't think this is just going to free fall out of the sky here, right? I don't think it's going to fall below. I don't think we're going to go below the vamp fib. I think the vamp fib line will definitely be support. I think you have a lot of, I think you have heavy support, right? I think you have heavy support here. I think you've got a lot of heavy support right in here, and we'll just box this baby out for you. But I really think you've got a lot of really heavy support in this range. I don't think you're going to fall straight through. I think you're going to come down and bounce off one of these, and then we'll get a little green arrow, green action. One of these, it'll bounce off. This one, might move down a little bit to right there, right? Let's look like there. Okay. Yeah, BCH. So BCH, I want to see BCH break 40.99. Yeah, I want to see this break through 4.99, and I think you're going to find your support. You know, same thing. You're going to come down here. If this does break, you're going to find support here. So I would be looking. This is kind of what either you're going to come down to here, and you're going to break up, or you're going to continue through to here, and then you're going to break. But I think you're going to have support down in this range here. You're going to find support in one of these ranges right here. Now, you can come up a little bit, then fall down. But I don't think we're going to fall straight out here. I don't think this is just going to take a super dump. All right, Tron, very strong Tron. Tron's doing good. Tron is good. My target is still higher. I'm still shooting for that wedge up there. I still think Tron is doing pretty good. Tron, same thing. There's my target. Still trying to get up to my top target here. I still think, you know, this is Tron is, let's see how Tron does. It's the whale playground. And the last chart we're going to do is Litecoin. And weak. Litecoin is weak. I would like to see a little more out of Litecoin. Look at all this. This is all the resistance you have above you. You have all these resistance. You have a lot of resistance right here above you. Then you have this, you know, all these moving averages over here on the 4 hour. Let's see what, oh, look at this. Daily just got a bearish cross on the 6 hour. Sorry, 6 hour just posted up a bearish cross. I would look to come back down and test this bottom line with the RSI with this bearish cross. Excuse me, I have the hickers. Look, you're being held up right now. Like you got the finger of the 50 right up your hind side, trying not to let you drop. You're about to have a bearish cross on your daily, so you're going to get a death cross on your daily between your 7 and your 50. So if this does fall out, I would look at this as a very bearish scenario over the next 21 hours. 23 hours, right? If this does not get up over this death cross, you're definitely going to come down here, test the vamp fib, test 55 bucks. I'm not changing my targets. So that's it. There's no change on here. Very bearish. You got a bearish 6 hour cross. You have a bearish daily coming. So I'd really be watching out for that. So my thunk over the next 24 hours, 36 hours, whatever, I still think, I'm thinking come down, right? Can get rid of that one. I think come down to test this. I think then you have to, right, you're going to come down, you're going to test this area right in here. And I think you're going to come down, test here. Then I think you're going to go up. And I don't know how high this is going to go up, right? There. Right? And I think then so then I'm just going to have to start moving. Now, my shorts are still up here because, listen, you have your resistance. This is where it's at. I will short the living bejesus out of this if it makes it up here. And you know, this is your bull target, right? This is a great hit on the 786, but I think this is going to have one more down, then one more up, and then I think this is kind of the pattern we're going to play out here for the next 24 hours, right? Or less. I think we're just one more drop, One more pump. Now, if this breaks, that's okay, because all you're going to do is you're just going to look over here, and this would be your technically this would be your bear target 2. Right? That'd be a bear target 2 right there. Right? There's on that trend line. That's all you're going to be doing. You're just going to be looking to support the trend line. Same thing for my ETH. Where's my? I have all my stuff written. Where's it all at? Oh, thought I had everything written on this chart. What the hell? Where'd that all go? I restarted my computer. Did it not save it? Sure didn't. Sure did not. And let me get rid of this right here. This has got to go. That's okay. Yeah, so anyways, I had all my notes written over here, right? I had all my notes written over here. And let me put my notes back up here real quick. So my ETH trade, long confirmation is 228, right? If the top trend line holds, then my targets are 220 or the lower trend line, lower wedge line. Okay, with BTC, I think BTC is still BTC. To trade and only for scalpers. A lower test first. $64.50 to $6,500. Then bounce. Then test. Then test. So I feel that this is kind of like the game plan right here, okay? So now if we break straight up, which is possible, we're just in such a crappy range, right? We're in such a crappy range to trade right here. And bring this down to 16, make it white. There we go. So there you go. This is kind of what you got. Now you do have a little bit of bullish. We were watching this. Peak was calling this out. We've got bullish division on the lower time frames, right? You got bullish division on the lower time frames, but on the higher time frames, you've got a lot of resistance right here, right? You got a lot of resistance, and now this is going to be really easy to trade because all you're going to do is just be watching this chart. This is it. This is the only chart you're going to watch, right? In the members area, this chart's running 24/7. This chart's running 24/7. So we have both of these charts just pumped out, watching this trend, watching watching what's going to happen here, right? But I still feel we are trapped, right? We are trapped. And let's do this, okay? Trade at your own risk, right? Trapped in this channel. Doom, right? And that's 64.50 to, what is that, 6,800. right? And until you break out of this, right? Until you break out of this. And in fact, the top side, let's call the bottom side 6,400. So 6,400. All right, to 60, 60, 67, it's called 6718. Right, so there you go. This is the problem. You're just trapped inside of this area. Honestly, guys, smart traders just wouldn't trade right now. They just wouldn't. You know, you're playing low. My advice is low leverage. Do some high leverage scalping. Do some high leverage scalping, right? Look at this. This is a rising wedge on the 6 hour, right? That looks like a rising wedge. A really pretty one too, right? That looks like a pretty rising wedge. That looks like a hanging man candle right there. Just got posted up on that 6 hour. It's a freaking hanging man. It's a very bearish candle. Okay, I just think you guys, everybody, you just need to trade really safe in here. I know a lot of people think this is going to go long. I know a lot of people think this is going to go short. I just think it's going to move fucking sideways for a while. I think it's just going to go sideways. All right. And then I will, listen, I'm going to go. I'm going to do the, let's do this real quick, guys. All right, we have 178 people watching. I want to bring back this. Give me 1 second here. I want to do something real quick. All right, we got 178 people watching here, okay? Did you like my bear dick punch? All right, we got 178 people watching. Can we get some votes, please? Can we get some votes? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off the best ones. Okay. Oh my God, there's some seriously funny ones here. These are hilarious. I'm going to take a bunch of these, okay, and I'm going to post them up. Oh, it moves. That's awesome. I'm going to post them up. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my God, Tim. Oh God, you're hilarious. Oh, these are so good, you guys. These are so amazing. Oh God, you guys are so funny. Oh, these are so good. Oh, and a moving one. Oh God, these are so funny. Oh, these are great. All right. Yeah, rally hats on. Rally hats on for sure. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take these. I'm going to drop them in the members area. We're going to have a vote on them, okay? We're going to have a quick vote on them in the members area. And then we're going to let two people... Tempe, which one is yours, dude? Which one is yours here? Where's yours at, Will? Looking for yours. God, these are hilarious. DiMaggio, got it. All right, let me find you. All right, let me find you. All right, guys. All right, so let me put all these in the members area, okay, and I'll let the members vote on them. And I'm looking for yours. I'm looking for yours. Demoji. Ah, there it is. Yeah, I love that one. That was cute. I commented on that one. All right, you guys. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these in the members area. We're going to let the members vote on them, and then we're going to announce the winners, okay? It's definitely going to be after the Conor fight, though. Definitely going to be after the Conor fight. So I want to say thank you to everybody. Really, really thankful that all you guys are here today. You guys have got my thunk. This is my my thought. My recommendation is go out Set yourself up. Now, here's this. I will do this for everybody, okay? How about this? I will pull this off. Oh, crap. All right, I'll pull this off. And I will pull this off. Okay. And then I will do this. And I will do this. Okay. And I just think this is a really dangerous place for everybody to be trading. I think all you got to do is just watch these charts right here, okay? You're going to know when these break bull or bear. And you're going to be able to make some really informed decisions, all right? So I would like to say thank you guys so much. I really appreciate everybody being here. Once again, guys, thank you for making this show and everything that we do here amazing. And without you guys here to support us and really to be here watching the show, man, I don't think I could continue doing it. It really means a lot that you guys are here to me, and I want to say thank you. I should be giving you guys thumbs up, and if I could, I will smash the thumbs up button 178 times for you. Thank you all so much for the vamp, for all of us at Until 1 Mil. I am out.